Hey everybody, this week on Simply Bee's Tuesday Tea Talk, Colby and I, he just had to come join the video, are going to talk about grocery shopping, and I'm going to give you some tips, tricks, and pointers to structuring a easy grocery shopping list so that when you do go to get your groceries, it is a stress-free, effective mission to help you buy the right foods, to help you get closer to your goals and feel amazing. Now, a lot of people think that being healthy is a big ordeal and a complicated process, and it really doesn't have to be. Grocery shopping can be very simple. You do not have to buy fancy foods, and you do not have to be able to cook like a chef. So when you make your grocery list, we're going to divide it into 4 different categories. You are going to have your fruits and vegetables, your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. Now, under your vegetables, I would suggest people get at least 3 to 4. Now, you can get more than that, but I would say 3 or 4 to the minimum. Now, you are going to get 1 or 2 that you can eat raw. You are going to get a leafy green because we all need more greens. We can never get enough of those. And then you're going to get a starchy vegetable, so something like turnip or parsnips, beets, whatever you want. Moving into proteins. Now, protein is something you want to have a lot of in your diet, and a lot of people do not get enough. So I get a lot of protein when I go grocery shopping. I suggest everyone get it at least 4 kinds, especially if you're going grocery shopping for a week. You want to be able to have a variety, and you want to have enough to last. So I get 3 or 4 different kinds of meats, some fish, and then some basics like eggs and cottage cheese and kefir, or kefir, however you pronounce it. Now, if you don't already have a good probiotic in your diet and aren't already eating things like sauerkraut and cabbage and those good gut health promoting vegetables and foods, I highly suggest you get a probiotic into your diet. Now, moving on to carbs. It should never be no carbs, it should just be smart carbs. We do need them. They are not bad for you, but you just have to be smart about it and make sure you're getting the right ones. I generally only get 2 carbs when I'm grocery shopping, but I can eat the same 2 all the time. I get jasmine rice and potatoes, sweet or white. But if you like things like oats and barley and quinoa, you can get those too. Then we're going to move on to fats. Again, 3 to 4 different kinds. The ones that are on my list are grapeseed oil, peanut butter, avocado, and nuts. Now, with those 4 categories, if you are getting 3 to 4 of each, you are going to have a good variety to choose from. For the whole week, and from each meal that you make, you should be choosing one from each category to ensure that you are having a nutrient complete meal. So, get those 4 categories on your list. Put 3 to 4 to 5 different ones under each one, and there you go, a simple grocery list. Now I'm going to go into moving and talking about grocery store shopping tips. Now, some of this you probably already know, but we're going to go over anyways. And my number 1 rule is do not go hungry. That is a recipe for unwanted and unnecessary calories. And if you've went grocery shopping hungry before, it's painful because everything, those fast food, processed chips, and other convenient items are very, very appealing and hard to resist. So do not go hungry. Tip number 2, shop the perimeter. All of the vegetables, the proteins, and the deli, everything is on the outside. You shouldn't be shopping a lot in the aisles. Yes, there are some things you're going to have to go in the aisle to get, but for the most part, you should be shopping on the perimeter of the grocery store. Tip number 3, a good thing to start getting in the habit of doing is reading the labels. Now, if you're buying mostly fruits, vegetables, and protein and stuff that is grown or comes from an animal, you are not going to have any ingredient list to read, which is amazing. But again, there are some things that we buy in containers, so get in the habit of reading the ingredient label. Sometimes I will stand there for 5 minutes comparing and reading different nutrient labels because I want to make sure I'm getting the best one. Now, if there are more than 5 ingredients on there, you should probably put it away. If you cannot pronounce some of the ingredients, you should probably put it down as well. Those 2 things are signs that they are manufactured and processed, and a lot of other stuff is put into them, which means they are taken away from their most real form. So start reading the labels and start buying more real foods, whole natural foods, so that you don't have an ingredient list to read. Now, I'm going to post a challenge out there for you guys, and I did this a few weeks ago when I wanted to cook dinner, but thought we had nothing in the house. And Luke said, Brooke, we have lots in the house. Pretend you are on that show, and all you have to make for a meal is the ingredients that are in your fridge. So being someone who loves a challenge, I took it, and what do you know, I ended up making a really good meal. And normally I probably would have went out and bought more, but I had plenty in the fridge that I could use. And one, it made me be creative, and two, I probably saved a lot of waste and ended up using things that I would have thrown out. So next time you think you have nothing in the house, nothing in your fridge, I want you to give yourself the challenge of trying to create a meal from what you have in the house. That being said, I have a list here of some staple items that are always good to have in the fridge and in your pantry if you end up being in a pinch, you're rushed, or you haven't gone grocery shopping yet. If you do have some of this stuff and maybe a few other things that you already have in there, you can come up with a good meal. So these ingredients are chicken broth, tomato paste, oats, nuts, flour, garlic, eggs, chickpeas, canned tuna, lemons, frozen vegetables, and last but not least, wine. Not just to drink it, people, but it can be used in a lot of broths, it can be used in a marinade, you can simmer vegetables in it. There are a lot of good uses for wine. And you can also sip on it while you're cooking, which is always great to do too. So I hope from today's video you picked up some maybe new tips for you and your grocery shopping. And I hope you have a structure when you go grocery shopping and you don't feel lost, because it is and can be a simple, fun experience. So have a great week, guys, and I will see you next week.